Okay, this section is going to cover basically lecture capture or video capture, as that will complement your instruction. For many people who are teaching face-to-face classes, the lecture is the lion's share of the instruction that takes place. Not always, but that's often the case. With that said, I'm going to show you basically how to capture a lecture, and also just how to set up the situation where you're able to at least speak to the class much in the fashion I'm speaking to the computer today. Right now I'm using my laptop's camera and an additional microphone, but it may as well have been the microphone on the laptop. So if you have a laptop with those, you're in good shape. If you don't, but you have a desktop and you would like this, you need a webcam. Now the webcam gives you both the camera and the microphone source, and it really is easy to set up. So you've got those two options. You also can use your phone and just shoot it with your camera options of video, download it to your computer, and then upload it to YouTube. And then once you have it on YouTube, you get that URL, you can pop it right into Moodle, and you're good to go. So we can use Collaborate for that function, or we can put it in otherwise, and I'm going to walk through those steps really quickly with you and show you how that's done. So when we're talking about video capture or lecture capture, there's a couple of different ways of looking at this. First of all, there's the kind of video capture that you'll do basically on your own. You're going to record it, you're going to upload it to YouTube, you'll put that link in Moodle, and people will see it. Okay, that's basically called asynchronous because you don't all have to be together. However, since some of these classes are face-to-face, you may choose to do it in what's called synchronous, where you use Collaborate, an application within Moodle, and that will allow students to log in, and all of them will be able to view it at one time and also enjoy a chat and some kind of audio feedback as well while they see you live. Now, you can do it as I'm doing it now, face-to-face, just sitting in front of the camera, or if you think it'll be a better benefit, you can do it standing at a board. And what we're going to do right now is take a look at what standing in front of that board looks like with different sources of capture, and we'll also talk about Moodle within this same video. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to record this so that I can upload it to YouTube. I'm not using this in conjunction with Collaborate at all, but this is the camera audio and the camera video. If I shoot with the camera app and then I save it, I will be able to upload it. So this is the first way of doing it, and I'll show you several others. Okay, and this is what lecture capture looks like shot with the phone, and this is going to be put up on YouTube. All right, and this is being shot with through the laptop camera itself. Same concept. Now it is about 8 feet away or so, and I've made sure there's not too much headroom. I'm not shooting the entire wall. I'm as close as I can be to still get all the board in there. Anyways, and you can see how that works and whether you can see that text or not from that distance. All right, and this is being shot with the Logitech webcam and using the Logitech webcam as a microphone, so you'll hear the difference. And before I do anything else, if I want to set up a Collaborate assignment, I have to go in and create the assignment and put in some parameters for when it's going to occur. So that just looks like this. I click this right here. So I click here and then I hit Collaborate. And then I'll need to give it a title and a description because the students may see it in advance. So that is what I'll call it. And then I don't have to do much more down here except make sure the times are set correctly for when I want to begin. I want the duration to be an hour. I don't have to add any of this. And I'm going to go back up here, and out of all of these, I'm going to make sure it's showing on the page, but I'm going to have activity completion that they had to have launched Collaborate to get credit for it. That way it'll keep a record of what's going on. So I'm going to hit show activity is complete when conditions are met. And I'm going to say that they had to have launched Collaborate. Activity to complete it. And then I hit save and display, and I'll see what it is there. Now what we're going to see is if the students go to this, they'll see this essentially the same setup here. So if I hit join session, it'll verify my camera and whatnot, and then basically lead me right into it. And I'll try to get there before my students, which is good for them. And I say, okay, I'm the only one in the room right now, but that's great. All right, I have one person who's joined the session. And if I turn on my camera and my mic, then they'll be able to see me, obviously. And right now they can do neither. And let me interject real quickly. There's a couple of things you should know. First of all, before you hit your camera and your mic when you're ready to begin, you should probably go and start recording the session. Once you start recording the session, that is essentially when class has begun. Then when you turn on your camera and your mic, you won't see yourself except in the lower left-hand thumbnail. The class, meanwhile, will see your full camera capture of yourself if you're using a camera. Otherwise, you've got to turn on your screen share so you can share your screen, or you can share an application. But that's how this actually begins. I do have some settings I need to show you real quick here. in order to use this. This is the Collaborate panel. That'll pull out and you'll still see the entire screen, and then you can chat with individuals here. Here's what a chat looks like. So you can see how that works, and then you can respond here and you'll see it shows up in both places. And then also this shows you who all is in the room. Okay, and the third tab that we are going to look at is probably where you're going to spend most of your time. You can share a blank whiteboard. When you do this, you will actually see your whiteboard, which is what they are seeing as well. When it's not up, it's more likely than not you'll see a student image up there, and that's a little deceptive because the student are seeing your face. They are not seeing the student face that you see. Okay, with that said, I can share a blank whiteboard, and I have these tools, very standard tools. You should be able to sort that out. Or I can share an application screen. And this could be an application like Excel or a browser window, or it can be the entire monitor screen. Now, I happen to have 3 screens. If you pull up the screen that has Collaborate open, it will give you this odd moire effect where you'll see a screen within a screen. What I recommend you do, if you have to do that and you only have it in your own screen, is just come back over to one of these and share an application screen instead. Okay, and by applications, you can choose to bring up any of these. I can bring up Outlook. If I had PowerPoint running, I can bring that up as well. Or I can bring up a specific tab on Chrome, which happens to be my browser. Screen 2 here. Okay, so this is screen 2. And then if I want to stop that, this is important. That's how you stop that. And I go back to the main screen. They will see me, and I can pop in and out of that, cancel it. There's also a polling tool for polls you would have made in advance, and breakout groups, so you can divvy a large class up into groups, and then they will be able to chat and interact with one another. And at the end of the class, what you want to do is come up here and open this panel, hit stop recording, basically ending the class, and then you can leave the session.